Hello everyone. So now we are going to look one more virtual technology, that is VRF. Configure and verify data path virtualization technology VRF. We have GRE, we have IPsec tunneling. So first we will look VRF. So what is VRF? So let's see here. VRF is also a routing table, virtual routing table. First of all, we need to remember VRF stands for virtual routing and forwarding. Now we are discussing VRF Lite. What is the difference between VRF and VRF Lite? When we are using the VRF with the MPLS, if we are using the VRF with the MPLS, then it is known as VRF. Okay. If we are not using VRF with MPLS, then we call that one as a VRF Lite. VRF Lite. So this is the difference between the VRF. If we are using VRF with MPLS, we call that is a VRF only. If we are not using MPLS, only we are configuring VRF, that is known as VRF Lite. So we will see here. So by default, if you remember, whenever we are configuring the routing protocol, whenever we are assigning the IP address to any interface, we are getting in the table. Example, we will have one table only. Let me show you. Let me take one lab here, so we can do that basic lab also. Let me create the empty lab. I will say VRF basic lab. So here, imagine I will take one router here. I will take one more router here. I will take one more router here. I will take one router here. I will take one router here. Okay, so we will do one lab, big lab. We will discuss theory also, but first let me set up some. Imagine here I can give any name, but I will give ISP because most of the time VRF technology is using in ISP. Sometime we are using in our enterprise network also. So I will give like name here R4, R5. So I can give here like A1 or any name I can give. I will give red 1. Okay, I will give red 1, just company name. Imagine red 1 is your head office and this will be red 2. We can give this one as a red 2 is the same company, different branch. This is a branch 1, this is a branch 2. Here we can give any different name. Blue 1. So imagine this is a blue. I can change the color also. So we will have the blue color here. Let me select the blue color. I will show you what is the VRF. Let me set up this basic setup. After that we will discuss. So this is blue. I will take here router, this one, and I will apply. So this is a blue one. I am saying let me keep this up, keep this down. So what I am saying, I have one router with the company name blue 1. Imagine this is one company, blue 1, this is another blue 2. Both are same company, blue are same company. They have branch 1, branch 2, something like this. This is a branch 1, this is a branch 2. Okay, and let me change this color also to blue. Router. Okay, so what I am saying here, I have two branches, red 1, red 2. Both are same company, branch 1, branch 2. Blue 1, blue 2 I have. This is blue 1 is a blue company or company A, company B. We can take any name. I am using here red and blue. You can use any name because I put the blue color, red color. That's why I am calling. So in simple and short, if I want to say, I will say this is the company blue head office. Okay, connected to ISP. This is a company blue or branch office, or this is a company number 1, blue 1, blue 2. Imagine this is head office, this is a branch office connected to ISP. And I have one more here. This is a red office, branch 1, branch 2, or this is a red head office, red branch office. So this is the ISP router. ISP is using so many router. We will have here so many router, but for the lab purpose we are using only one router. Imagine ISP give you some IP here, example 200.1.1.1. Here we assign 200.1.1.1.2. We assign here, we create default route or anything, we will forward the traffic. But you want to connect this branch, so ISP give you, imagine they give you 200.1.2.1 here. So this side you will put 2.2. Like this they connected. But imagine in your LAN network you have here 1.1.1.1. Here you have some 2.2.2.2, and the other company also using the same network. What we are using in our organization, we will use like this type of network, private IP we will use. So this company, blue company can use some IP like 192.168.2.1. They are using this internal network. Inside this blue branch 1, blue 2, they are using this one as a LAN network, and blue 1 is using this LAN network. Imagine instead of 1 I will also use the same IP here in my red, because this is different company. This is different company I can use. This is also red. These both are same company. I am using here, this side I am using 192.168.2.1. Imagine this is red, this is red. Red 1, red 2 both are same company. They have branch 1, branch 2. They are using internal LAN network is 192.168.1.1. Here also they are using 192.168.2.1. Same internal, because this is a public private IP, anyone can use. Here blue also using that one. So when they connected with the ISP, this route will go here, this route will come here. Here we will have the issue in the routing table. Routing table will say, I have the route here also, I have the route here also. So this traffic may go to here. Instead, as per our what we can say, as per our rules, only they should communicate, these two branches. This route should exchange to these two branches, and this route will exchange to these branches only. If anyone from the red one is pinging to 192.168.2.1, they should ping from this only, like this way, only here, from here, not from the other side, not from the blue company. If this guy is accessing some server, he should access red 2 server, not the blue 2. If ISP is using same router, maybe this traffic will go here. ISP in the routing table, they will have two routes saying that this is available here also, this is available here also. So we will have the issue. So how we can overcome this one? To overcome this one, we will use the VRF. We are going to use the VRF. What we will do? We will create here different routing table. Till now what we learn till now we are going to use only global routing table. Till now we use this one, but now we are going to create the virtual table. How we will create? Let me show you. So this one. So if you see, this is our ISP router, or in some organization they are using this one also, depend company to company. So now what we done here, we created the 3 virtual table, routing table. Blue one is separate, this orange one is separate, green one is separate. If the routes are available here, that will not go here, that will not go here. So what we will do, first we will create the routing table, 3 routing table. Then we need to put that interface in that routing table. What means I have one router here. Imagine I have interface fast Ethernet 0/0, fast Ethernet 0/1. I have fast Ethernet 1/0, and I have one more fast Ethernet like 2/0. Imagine like this I have. Okay, you created two routing table here. Imagine blue and red. So then after that you will put this interface fast Ethernet 0/1, and 0/, will be in the red only. So these two will communicate, and this two interface you will put in the blue only. So they can exchange only this route. They will not get this route. This way we will do the virtualization in the router. So if you remember, in the switch what we will do, we will create the VLAN, and then we will put the interface in that particular VLAN. Same thing in the VRF, we will create the virtual routing forwarding, virtual routing table we will create, and we will put that interface in that one. Why we will do? Because we don't want to mix the 2 routing table. We need to keep 2 separate routing table. For that purpose we will do this way. So here in theory, if you see what I wrote, by default router uses single global routing table that consists all the directly connected as well as the whatever route he learned, that all will store in that default routing table. When we do OSPF, when we do EAGRP, before static route, dynamic route, what we write? Show IP route. When I wrote show IP route, they will show us single global routing table. In the single global routing table we will have the route. What route we will get? the global route, all whatever is connected directly and whatever they learn from the dynamic or static route, it will show us. So but here in some special case we don't want like that. We need to divide the routing table. We need to create virtual routing table. So we will use the VRF. VRF is like a VLAN. VRF is like a VLAN for routing. If you remember, before we create VLAN and we put the interface in that VLAN, same thing we need to create the VRF and we need to put that interface in that VRF. VRF commonly used in the MPLS deployment and ISP technology. This is a VRF mostly using in the service provider network. When we are using VRF without MPLS, it is known as VRF Lite. So now what we understand? We understand VRF. First of all, we need to know VRF full form. Virtual Routing Forwarding. VRF is nothing but Virtual Routing Forwarding. In simple words, VRF means we are creating the virtual routing table. In one physical router, we will create number of virtual routing table. It depends company to company, scenario to scenario where you want to use. Most of the time we are using this in the service provider network because they will have lot of customer and they don't want to mix that customer route. For that purpose, they will create this VRF. Okay, so how we can create? Let me show you. So this is a theory what we discuss. If you see, this is a simple example. Here what I taken the customer edge A, customer edge A. This is a site A, this is a site B, or site 1, site 2. Same thing, customer edge B, site 1, site 2. I taken here 1.1.1. This route I taken 2.2.2. This is LAN network I am saying. Loopback 0 is a LAN network inside the organization. Same thing here 3.3, 4.4. This is a basic whatever we do, just assigning the IP address and configure the OSPF in the side 1. Because customer don't know anything about VRF. ISP will do VRF here. Customer what they will do, just ISP will say okay, use this IP and configure the OSPF for your both the branches, it will work. Okay, ISP, let me repeat again. You want to connect these two branches. Okay, you taken the lease line from the ISP, you connected. ISP will say you okay, use this IP this side and configure your LAN network and configure the OSPF in your router this side, and also for your other branch also use this IP and use your LAN network whatever you want to use, and then run the OSPF on both the sides and you will have the connectivity. So when you do this way, ISP will run here virtual router, so this routes will come in that particular virtual router. This route will not go to the other customer. They will do this way, but we don't know because ISP will not say what they are doing here. We are not having access to ISP router. Only they will say okay, assign this IP and run the routing protocol, and here also assign that IP and run the routing protocol. That's all. So we will do that one and we will have the connectivity, but in the background OSPF is doing here the VRF. So how we can configure the VRF? If you see this configuration from here to here, let me show you. For the customer edge A, that is site 1. Okay, imagine this is red 1. Just now what we put here in our GNS, this is the red one. So in this lab I taken the customer edge. Customer edge means our router in the enterprise one A. This is a company A, this is also company A, this is a site 1, this is a site 2. Here what we done, the same configuration, just we are assigning the IP address, we are creating the loopback, and then we are configuring the OSPF on that one. This is a site 1 for company A. Same thing for company A, site 2, this is a site 2. We will do same thing, just assign the IP address and configure the OSPF. This is one company. This is also same company, two different branches. This is another company. These both are same and two different branches. Same thing we will do here also. Just assign the IP address and run the OSPF, any routing protocol. That's all. In the ISP, we will have the different scenario. In the ISP router, what we will do here, we will create the VRF. I will write IP. How we will create VRF? We need to write IP VRF and give the VRF name. Whatever name. Example, if you have red, you will write red here. So you can differentiate this VRF for which customer. So here I am using the company A, company B. I have two company here in this scenario, company A, company B. So for that purpose, I am creating the VRF A and VRF B. So what I done, IP VRF A, IP VRF B. I created two VRF. If you remember, same thing when we create the VLAN, we need to put that interface also in the switch. When we create VLAN, we will put that interface. So same thing here, we will go inside that interface, and this command we will run IP VRF forwarding, and we need to write this is for which company, company A or company B. Here we have two company. We are using the site B, site A. So this is company A, company B. So for which company you want to put this interface, write that company name and then assign the IP address. So this way we assign. In this interface also we are assigning the same company. So we will use the A only and we will assign the IP. And for B, same configuration, only we will change here B. After that, only just we put that interface in that particular VRF, in that particular routing table. And then we need to configure the OSPF. So we will write router OSPF1 VRF, which VRF, this one A, and write whatever commands you have, network ID and the wildcard mask and the area 0, which area you are using. And here also in the one routing, if in the same router, if you run the OSPF with the same process ID, they will exchange the route. So you don't want to exchange because both are from different customer. So here you will write process ID 1, here you will write the process ID 2. And this is a VRFB. So this VRFB will have this network. After that, they can have the, what we can say, they will have the route, they can have the connectivity, and this route will come in the ISP. If you check show IP route VRFA OSPF, then you will see this route will be in your routing table. You will have two routing table. VRFA will be separate, VRFB will be separate. If you check global routing table, that will be empty. So this way we will do. Okay, so in simple, what we are doing here, we are creating the virtual routing table. Before we have one global routing table, but now we are not using global routing table. We are creating global routing table into virtual table. Why we are doing this one? Because we don't want to exchange the route from different customer. Example, you are working in the ISP company and you have maybe 5 customer. You have only one router here. So how, if you did not use the VRF, all routes will exchange. This is in this scenario, here I put the private IP, but in the real scenario you will have the public IP here. Okay, but here inside in LAN network they will use the private IP. They will use 192.168.1 dot something. They will use anything. Maybe the customer what they are using here for the customer A, that same customer can use here also. So they will have the issue. This route will go there, that route will go there. So we need to keep separate. For that purpose we will do the VRF. Okay, so now let's do lab. I put here what I done here. Let me open this. I taken one ISP here. Okay, I taken one ISP here. Now we have customer. Imagine you have customer red, customer blue. You can take customer A, customer B, or whatever name you want you take, because I have the router this color, so that's why I put red and blue. Okay, so now what I will do, this is a fast Ethernet 0x0 to fast Ethernet 0x0. Just I will enable the ports here. I will keep this here. I will keep this here. Just I am connecting. Okay, just this is a connectivity. I connect here and here also. Let me arrange this port. This is very simple only, not difficult. Just you need to understand. No one will ask you commands, but they will ask you concept. They will ask you, if we have this scenario, what is the solution, how I can do what I can do like this in the interview. They will ask you. So better to know the concept. Okay, so what I done here, just let me move this here. Okay, so this is the interface. Let me make little big here. Okay, so now we can say I have one ISP here. Okay, this is a ISP and this is my red company branch 1, red company branch 2, blue company branch 1, blue company branch 2. I can start the router and we can take the CLI of this router, and we can, after that we can write the IP schema also. Red 1 I taken, and I can take the red 2 also. Red 2, let me take red 2. Okay, okay, and then let me press enter, so it will be ready. Okay, this is also ready. Let me take the ISP also, and let me take the blue one also. Let me take blue one. In some enterprise network they will use this one also, this type of scenario, but most of the time you will see this in the ISP only. So now I have this one. Okay, and now your wish, if you want you can define here IP schema. I will write here, for our lab purpose we can take any IP address, no need to worry, but in real scenario you will have the public IP, some public IP. Here we can give any IP whatever we want. So if you want I will give here, let me take, imagine I will write here 200.1.1.1 this side, and I will make this duplicate. This side we will use 2 here, this one like this, and here I will make this here we will use 2.1 like this, 2.1, and here I will make this duplicate. I will give this side 2.2. okay, so this is the IP to that interface and this interface, and I will make this here we will use, this will use as a 3.1, and here I will make the duplicate. I will assign this side as a 3.2. I will assign 3.2. okay, after that let me create duplicate this one, and here this side we will use 4.1, and I will create duplicate, and this side will be 4.2. okay, and here LAN network we can use anything, our internal network. Example I will use here, I will write loopback 0, IP I will use 192.168.1.1, and we can use the same network also other company also. If you want to use same network in other company we can use, and here this company is having same company, different branches using this network inside LAN. okay, here I am using 1.1 inside, here I am using 2.1. here your wish, if you want to use same network also you can use, because this will be have the different routing table, or if you are having issue or confusion use different IP just to get the differentiate, or if you want to use you can use, depend upon you. Anyhow we will use the same here. What I am doing, I am using this internal network. This is a private IP inside our LAN network, and this is a WAN. So I am using here, and this guy also using same, this guy also using same, this guy also using same, this. So these are the two belongs to same company, this two belongs to different company. Means what I am saying, the blue is one company name. Imagine blue is a organization and you have branch 1, branch 2 here. So this internal network they are using 1.1, blue 2 is using 2.1. Same like that they are using for red also. Red is a different company. Here also we have the branch 1, branch 2. They are using the internal network this one, they are using the internal network this one. If we configure this directly without VRF, you will have the issue. This route will come from the two side. You will get the route from here and you will get the route from here in the ISP. If anyone is pinging that one, so traffic will do load balancing, or sometime it will go here, sometime it will go here. You will have the issue. So to overcome that one, we will do the VRF. Now we will look that one. So let me start the configuration. Let me take the notepad. Here we will write VRF lab. Okay, so first we will configure the red one. Okay, red one configuration, basic configuration. Just we will do enable config t host name red red one, and then interface fast ethernet 0x0, IP address 200.1.1.1 255.255.255.0, no shut. You will assign this one. and interface loopback 0. I am writing loopback 0, that is your LAN network, and we will have 192.168.1.1 255.255.255.0. okay, this is only your configuration. You will do this one and you will enable the OSPF. So you write router OSPF1, after that interface fast Ethernet 0x0, IP OSPF1, area 0, and you can use another interface loopback 0, IP OSPF1, area 0. This is your company organization configuration. You configure this for your head office, and same thing like this you will configure for your branch office. After that you don't know anything what ISP is doing. Okay, so here this will be 2 basic configuration, and here you have the 200.2.1 this side 2.1, and here will be, and also you will have the loopback, that is 2.1 here, this will be 2. okay, and you put this 2 interface in the OSPF. That's all. These are the 2 configuration. What we done, we assign the IP address here also we assign the IP address, and we put the OSPF configuration. That's all. This is the company red configuration. Now you need to do the blue configuration, so we will do blue configuration also. Let me copy and paste here, and then we will check. So in the blue configuration, what I will do here, I will paste here, I will rename this, I will write this is a blue one, this is different company, blue one configuration, and I will copy this whole thing, I will paste this here, and here this will be our IP 200.1.1.3, this is the 3, okay, 3.1, and here loopback is having 1.1, so this is okay, and this OSPF is also okay, this is interface, this another interface. So this is a blue one configuration is good. Now we will do for blue 2, so I will take this whole thing and we will paste here in the blue 2. So I will paste here, and now this will be blue 2, and here we will go for blue 2, and blue 2 is having 4.1, so I will make this as a 4.1, and this will be 2.1, okay, and remaining will be same. So now we can paste this configuration. So I will copy this, I will copy this red one configuration, I will go here, this is a red one, okay, now I can paste this configuration. So let me go here and paste this configuration. If you see everything is good, no error, okay, everything is good here. This is the red one. Now I will take the red 2 configuration. This is the red 2 configuration. I will copy this configuration, I will go in the red 2, and here I will paste this in the red 2. So it is okay, everything is good here also. Now I will copy the blue one, this is a blue one from here to here. I will copy this blue one, I will go in the blue one, I will paste here. So this blue one is okay, no issue. After that what I will do, I will take the blue 2 and I will paste in blue 2 also, this one. I will go to blue 2 and then let me paste in the blue 2 this one. So I paste here, everything is good, no issue here, but they cannot communicate because here in the ISP we don't have anything here. Okay, so what we will do here, we will write the configuration here. We will write the configuration. So ISP configuration we can write here below. I will divide this page and I will write the ISP configuration. Let me go here in the topology, we can see here and we can write here ISP. So here I will write ISP configuration. If we write basic same thing, enable or config T host name ISP, and then we can look. We can assign the IP, but when we create the VRF, the ISP is IP of the ISP is going to remove automatically. Okay, if we don't want to remove, then we need to create the VRF, or I will show you. Let me show you also what I will do. I will write here interface fast Ethernet 0x0 IP address 200.1.1.2. okay, this is the one interface. I will write no shard, and here I will write 255.255.255.0. okay, this I put IP to the this interface, this one. I can copy paste this 4 times because we have 4 interface. So I will do the copy paste. So this first one we finish, second 1 by 0. So this will be 1 by 0 and this will be 200 here. I think this is a 2 and okay. Then we have 2 by 1. So this will be 2 by 1 and here 4.2 and this one F2 by 0. So this will be 2 by 0 and I will assign this will be 3.2. okay. So this is the IP. Just I put the IP address. I want to show you this IP address when we assign. After that, when we put that interface in that VRF, this IP is going to remove. I want to show you. That's why I will assign first of all here. So this is a ISP router. I will assign the IP here. Okay. This when I assign the IP. And if I want to check, I can write in the routing table show IP route. You will get this in the global routing table. All the IP whatever is connected. Now we need to create the VRF. So how we can create the VRF? First thing, we will write here IP space VRF and give the name. What name you need to give? Example, we write red and blue. So I will write red. Let me write RED, red. IP VRF red and exit. And then I will create for IP VRF blue. We have 2 customers, red and blue. So I created for red and blue. So this one I done. So let me copy paste this. I will go in the ISP. First thing we need to do this one. So let me copy. I did not copy or I copy this one. Let me paste here. Let me paste. Okay. So I created the 2 VRF now. If you want to check how we can check also. Let me show you. Show IP root VRF, which one? Red. So this is a VRF red. Nothing is there because we did not put the interface in that one. If you want to check the blue, I will write show IP root VRF blue. Nothing is present here. Why? If you check show IP root, that is a default one, you will have the some information in that one. That is a connected one, directly connected IP we are getting in the default, that is global routing table. But if you check the VRF red, we don't have because we did not add the interface. Empty. Show IP root VRF blue. Nothing because we did not add the interface. How we can add the interface? Let me show you. So if you want to add the interface, we need to go inside that interface. This is a interface. We will go inside that interface and then we will write what we need to write. We need to write IP VRF and after that forwarding and give the name where you want to add this one. Example, I want to add this in the red. Okay, this is red only, right? Let me check. This interface fast Ethernet 0 by 0 belongs to red. So I will write this one. We need to go inside interface, particular interface, and we need to write IP VRF forwarding. And you want to put this interface in which branch, which company. If I want to put in red VRF, then we need to write. If you want to put this interface in blue VRF, then you need to write blue VRF. So let me show you. I will go here in the global configuration mode. I will put this. If you see here, when I put this interface in that VRF, what error I am getting, what warning I am getting, saying that interface fast Ethernet 0 by 0 IPv4 disable and address removed due to enabling the VRF red. So before we put the IP address to this interface, if you remember, we have this IP before we assign the IP here. Okay, if you see somewhere this interface, we assign this IP fast Ethernet 0 by 0. So when we put that interface in the VRF, automatically that IP is going to remove. We need to configure again. Okay, so what we done, I put this interface in this VRF red. We have 2 VRF, red and blue. Red and blue, we have 2 VRF. We have separate 2 routing table. One is the red, one is the blue. I am going to use the red routing table for red customer, blue routing table for blue customer. So I created 2 routing table by using the command here. If you see IP VRF red, so I created 1 routing table for red, and by using this IP VRF blue, I created 1 more routing table for the customer blue. Now I need to put the interface. Which interface I want to put? I need to check. I need to check in my routing table which interface is connected to that customer. If you see, this interface fast Ethernet 0/0 is connected to my red customer, and also fast Ethernet 1/0 is connected to red customer. So I can go here. I can write like this: fast Ethernet 1/0. Okay. I can go inside this interface and I can write here IP VRF forwarding red. Why? Because this both interface is connected to same customer. Customer red branch 1, customer red branch 2. So I will put this interface also in that one. When I put, they will remove the IP. So we need to configure the IP. We need to remember, we need to configure that IP. So how we will configure? Just type here. Okay. So I already have here. So what we will do? I will put this here and then I will put this here, and let me copy paste this same thing. Okay, or directly you can type also. Just I am pasting now. Example, let me show you how I am pasting. See, just I am pasting here. Okay, before they remove the IP, now I put the IP. So now I have the IP also. If you want to check, I will show you. Show IP root. You will not have that IP here. Which IP? This IP 200.1.1.2 we don't have here. If you see, and we don't have 200.1.2.2 here. We don't have 2. We don't have 1.0, 2.0 because we put that in different. Where we put show IP root VRF blue or red. Here you will have that one because I add that interface in this one. Now we will do same thing for the this customer blue one also. So how we will do? We will go first of all in that one and I will write interface fast Ethernet 2/0. Okay. I go inside this interface. Now I need to write here. What I need to write? I need to write IP VRF forwarding. And which one? Where I need to forward? Move this interface in blue. So I will write blue. When I write, they are saying IP address, whatever you configure before, it will remove. I say, okay, no problem. I will configure now. So how I can configure? I can write IP address. What IP before we assign? This IP we assign before 200.1.1.3. So I will write this 200.1.3.255.255.255.0. Okay. No need. Already it is up. If you want, you can write. So now I assign the IP also. Now let me go to second interface fast Ethernet 2/1. I go inside this interface. Okay. I go this interface fast Ethernet 2/1. So now I will put in the VRF. How we will put? We need to write IP VRF forwarding and then blue. You want to put this interface in blue. IP address will remove. You can add IP address 200.1.4.2, then 255.255.255.0, and we will write here no shut. Okay. If you want to check, now we can check also. What we will check? We will write show IP root VRF blue. You have this, and you can write show IP root VRF red. You will have this one. If you check global show IP root, you will not have because we already moved that interface. You don't have. Now the global routing table is empty. Only we have that routing table. Which one? The blue and red one. So let me add this here in this configuration. So later you can study that one here, and we will write this one as a blue. Okay, and I will copy this one here and I will do here. Okay, so this one we done. What we done? Just simple, just assigning the interface, and now we can configure the OSPF configuration. That is simple. We can use OSPF router, OSPF1 and VRF. Which VRF I am doing? For example, red. So I will write red. And then if you want to put interface, write interface, or if you want to use the network command, you wish, whatever you want. I will use network command 192.168.168, or what we are using here, 200, I think 200.1.1.0, and then wildcard 10.0.0.255. Okay, and what is the area we are using? Area 0. And then again, what is the other network we need to advertise? 192.168.1.0, 0.0.0.255 and area 0. This way we can put that one. Okay, what I done here, just I advertise. Which one I want to advertise? Let me check here. This one and this one. These two I need to advertise. So this will be 200.1.1.2. So this should be not 190. Okay, I am advertising this interface. So I need to check 200.1.2.0. okay, this is my network ID of this interface, and this is my network ID for that interface, and this is a wildcard mask, this is area 0. Or if you don't want, just put the interface method as we do before here, somewhere here, like this also. Anyhow, from long time we are not using this, so now I will use this. So what I done, I created the router OSPF1 VRF red, and I put this in the VRF1. Now I need to do for the VRF for the blue one. This will work for red company. If you want, let me create here. I will paste this in the red company. I will go in the ISP here, and I will paste this in the ISP. So now our red network is start working. Okay, if you want, I will go here in the red company. I will write here show IP route, and I have the route here, show IP route route OSPF. So I have the route here. What route I am learning here? Let me show you. This is, I am here inside this routing table. I am getting route this one 2.1. This one I am learning. This is my branch LAN network. I am here. I am checking. So I am getting this route from my branch LAN network. Okay, and this one also. So now I can ping also. Example, if I want to ping, I can ping ping, what is that one, 192.168.2.1. it will work. And if you want to trace, you can trace route 192.168.2.1. so it is getting from where? It is going to 200.200. this one, from this side 200.1.1.2, and then it is going to 200.1.2.1 here, and then it is coming here. Okay, it is going here this side, and then it is coming here. So you can see you are accessing 192.168.2.1 from this side. Okay, so now we will do the configuration for blue also. So for blue, I will copy the same thing, I will paste here, and we will modify. Here we will write the blue, and what else here for the blue IP? What is the IP? We can check here what IP we wrote for blue. If you see this one 1.3, so I will write this as a 1.3, and here 1.4, so this will be 4. Okay, and here process ID we should not use same, here we can use different, so we will write 2 here. So I will copy the same thing, I will put in the ISP router. So I will go here in the ISP router, and I will exit this one, and I will write here, I will put this one. So now we will have the neighborship for blue also. Now blue can also access. We can write show IP route. We have the route, still we don't have show IP route. Now we have, if you want, show IP route OSPF. So these two routes we are getting. This is a network. If you see, this is a network. Let me show you here. Okay, let me move little small. Okay, if you see, we are getting the this one 2.1. okay, I am here in the blue one. I am here, I am standing here, I am checking, I am getting this network. Which one I am getting? 2.1. this one 2.1. this is a 2.1. how I am learning? I am learning from 200.1.3.2 200.1.3.2. so from here, if I want to forward here. So now you can check. If example, if you want to ping, you will write 192.168.2.1. it is working. Maybe you are saying this is the same IP we have here also, maybe this is pinging from here. No, it is not pinging, because we have two different routing table here. This customer don't know anything what is happening inside, but here inside we have two different routing table. If you want to check, you can write trace route and put that 192.168.1.2.1, and you can trace here. If you trace, you are getting from 200.4.1. you are getting this route from here. Okay, so what we are saying here, in the enterprise network, in the real scenario, when we are connecting our branches, we will ask the ISP to give the virtual lease line. Okay, virtual lease line, MPLS, we are asking them to give that one. They will give you the cable, they will give you the connectivity, they will say you this in this one you will have your own data, this is secure line, they will charge you more, and they will ask you, okay, you can connect your LAN network, anything, so you put the LAN network. But here in ISP, sharing same router for all the customer, so if you are sending here the private IP, maybe the same IP will share by the other customer also, so you will have the issue. To overcome these types of issue, we will use the VRF, virtual router forwarding. This is what we are doing here. We are doing virtualization in the router. If you see here, we are doing the virtualization in the router, VRF. We are doing virtualization in the router. And if we see here, configuration is very simple. Customer don't know anything. Customer don't know anything about this one. What is happening in the background, customer don't know. Customer just normally what they will do, just whatever ISP give the IP, they will assign that IP here. Only they will assign that IP, and here they whatever LAN network they will assign that one, and they will run the any routing protocol in this branch and in this branch. Okay, they don't know anything whatever is happening inside the ISP, but ISP use the same router and they create virtual router here. What we will do, first we will create the virtual routing table. How we will create, we will write IP VRF and give the customer name. Why we are giving customer name? So easily we can track. If we give the customer name, easily we can track this belongs to which customer. So we will, if you have 100 customer, you can create IP VRF, red, blue, or company name ABC XYZ whatever, and then you need to put this interface in that one. How we will put, go inside that interface, then write IP VRF forwarding and that company name, and then assign the IP. Same thing we will do for all that one, then run, put that in the routing protocol. That's all. This is a basic, only simple configuration, not that much difficult. Okay, so what we can say, this is a VRF Lite. Let me stop here.